Why, good evening, you beautiful souls. Welcome to another evening satsang. I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday thus far, and we're going to really just jump right into it. So, tonight's meditation and satsang service is all about awakening to the now. It's going to be incredibly calming, restorative, peaceful, and most important, revitalizing. So, you're going to learn everything to tap into the now, be in this present moment, and fully, really harness the flow. So, go ahead and get those last few wiggles out. If you're lying down, just go ahead and get a good stretch out. If you're sitting down, just go ahead and get a good stretch out. You really want to be just comfortable and relaxed in your position. I lovingly invite you into the space of the heart. When you hear the first three taps of the bell, with each sound of the bowl ringing, take a nice deep breath in. With your exhale, release a calm and gentle om. Don't worry about anything that's happened today or that may arise in the future. Simply remain in this present moment with your full attention, fixed and gazing upon yourself. Pay no attention to any internal phenomena or happenings with the body or anything arising in your surroundings. Simply remain as you are, the perfect divine being in which you always will be. When you hear this next tap of the bell, shift your attention to the sound of the bowl as it fades into silence. Throughout our lives, we experience the now. It goes by many names: the flow, the zone, being at peace, effortless being. Look back upon your childhood and come to recognize we are born in this state. It only seemingly goes away as we age and soak up the concepts and become attached and enamored with the imagination. See all mental chatter, emotional clamorings, and physical sensations as background noise. Come to see them with a sense of otherness. Just as the ego uses separation to distract you from your truth and guide you away from your pureness, use its tool of separation to detach from the identification and affection with what is witnessed inside of you. The birds, the trees, the animals, this life experience in which you open your eyes and see. Use the senses to hear, taste, and sense. See them as no different than what you hear and experience internally. Allow everything to simply be as it is. Hold on to nothing. Remain in the pureness and calm that is you. We seemingly covered it up with all of the attachments, conditionings, pains, and sorrows. But even with the distractions and the passions and the many sources of expressions in which we become addicted to in this world, hold nothing higher, see nothing more true than your own sense of awareness and presence. Continue to shift your gaze inwards upon your own looking. And as you hear these words and observe the body itself drop away, at a distance, watch the body breathe. Do not control it. It already does it on its own. Continue to listen to these words as you allow yourself to shift your attention away from the flesh and become enamored with your own observation, fall in love with your own presence. If you become distracted by the internal chatter, just recognize it's always happening. Continue to dismiss it. Shift your attention away to the words you hear from my mouth and to the silence in between them. If you do not have it already upon your face, smile. Allow the natural harmony of your beingness to flow. Joy, love, harmony. Continue to shift your attention to the body itself, starting at your toes. Take a nice deep breath in, focusing on the feet, and if necessary, tensing and flexing them. And with your exhale, release it. Allow the tension to drop away just as the breath does. Moving higher, take a next breath in, focusing on the calves, flexing, squeezing, and contracting them. With your exhale, release. Continue these rhythmic breaths as you focus on the quads, the thighs, the hamstrings. Squeeze and release with your exhale. Focus again on the glutes. Squeeze the butt and release it with your exhale. Reach higher into the abdominal wall and the back muscles, engaging the core and flexing the back. And with your exhale, let the tension release and drop away. Do so again, focusing on the hands, squeezing, contracting. With the exhale, release. Next breath, the forearms. Squeeze and contract. And release the exhale and tension. The biceps, triceps, and shoulders should be contracted and activated with this next breath. And release. With these final inhales, begin to flex, lengthen, and activate the neck, and the jaw and the head and the eyes. And with the exhale, release. Allow your attention to again come back to the attention itself, your own witnessing, your own sense of hearing, and simply marinate in this calm. With the body relaxed, take a nice deep breath here. And then again, with a smile on your face, relax the jaw and exhale the breath away. 2 more breaths in this fashion. Be sure to relax the jaw and open the mouth. Each release becoming stronger. Let it drop away. What is it you observe happening within the body at a distance? What is it you witness yourself internally in terms of mental chatter and emotional happenings? Continue to marinate in this moment we call now, not holding on to anything in particular, but simply allow life to unfold before your very witnessing and being. As you continue to breathe, shift your attention to the silence. Allow yourself to fall into the state of hearing everything evenly, equally, paying no attention to anything specifically. Again, remind yourself that the external world and the internal ones operate the same. They simply happen. Allow yourself to sit back in the seat of your own movie. Witness all like you do a film. We enter into the flow state by fully recognizing that life is a divine cinema, that it plays out as it will play out. You have your free will to choose. But when you harness the now, the flow of the universe itself, life will unfold everything that is needed for you to grow and awaken to your deeper truths, to the love within your heart that ever shines. You are light and love manifested in form. Nothing can hold you back from the creations you seek. So end the ways of self-sabotage and come to recognize what you are. Remain in the peace of your own being, what we know as the now. We are gifted with the powers of thought, intellect, emotional sensation, and physical knowings. But when we invest our identity in these temporary phenomena, we lose this sense of our eternal presence. There is no such thing as time, only when we quantify it. For in this flow, this slice of now, we enter into the timeless. So often we experience these time skips when we are in the zone, marinating in this effortless expression. So return home to what you've always known in your heart. When we let go of everything, we receive everything. The temporary no longer satisfies our appetite for experience, but the eternal truths of this present moment, forever grasped within the now, truly become what our heart desires. Allow all happenings to come and go like clouds passing in the sky. Release all tension and simply be as you are. Fall in love with the silence. Fall in love with the stillness. For that void, that space itself reflects more accurately what you are. Intuitional knowing. The intangible spirit. And through this nothingness, this emptiness, we find that we are everything. We are but one of many expressions of this divine consciousness. Marinate within yourself. Allow the body to breathe however it feels in this moment. But simply rest within your own observation. Hold on to no internal happenings. And remember to smile. For this is a gracious gift. And as you draw in each breath, the body restores itself with the vital forces of the ether. For you are the universe itself. When you forever shift your gaze away from the temporary, you remain in the eternal peace and truth of our being, and come to recognize deeper and deeper that we are love, manifested as light. Remain at peace with yourself, and know that no matter what happens in this experience called life, your home and this doorway to love, harmony, and calm is always open. For time matters not. A single moment of your attention to your pureness is all it takes to wash away any and all tensions and temporary happenings. For what you awaken to is you itself. It is nothing outside of you. And in truth, it's wrong to even call it a state, for it's what we are. The peace and harmony of the universe itself. Imagine your physical body wearing whatever you choose, in whatever location you choose. Begin to paint this picture in your mind's eye, using the stillness of the now. Envision your surroundings, a radiant sea of white light, shining and shimmering like the sand underneath the ocean waves, glimmering like the night sky and stars and celestial bodies marinating within it. Take a nice deep breath as you fill the body up with this light and energy of love. As you exhale, let it wash away all and any tensions. And as you continue to look upon yourself in the mind's eye, continue to breathe and see the form becoming lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter with this radiant white light, like the stars in the sky, filling up each and every cranny of the body, revitalizing each and every cell, restoring and healing this bodily flesh, and cleansing the energies within it and around it. Take one more deep breath here and envision the body itself brilliantly and radiantly shining like a star. The skin, the hair, the clothes, glowing with that white divine light, embodying all colors. And as you release the exhale, feel the peace and harmony radiating from you as the now itself. When you hear the next tap of the bell, taking a nice deep inhale, and again with that smile on your face, release a calm and gentle om as you continue to simply be as you are, marinating in this present moment called now. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you, and thank you so much for joining me for another lovely satsang. I hope you were able to feel the calming, restorative, peaceful vibes of tapping into the only moment we ever live, the now. Um, and in all honesty, it's the subtleties in our experience that we overlook the most. And simply being as we are, staying in the present moment is the number one most overlooked, I would say. Because when we become enamored and attached to the temporary happenings within us and around us, we literally take ourselves away from that peace. And all it takes is a single moment, as heard in the meditation, all it takes is a single breath to fully transform your life, to come back into the flow. And it just doesn't need to be, sitting down with the eyes closed, meditating. It happens when we create, when we manifest and build what's happening in here and carry it into the real world. It happens with work. It happens in running, working out, whatever it is you're doing. There's infinite ways to tap into what we already are because you're already it. You don't really need to go anywhere or do anything. It's just the quickest way that we can come back to what we are and that truth and that knowing is usually through an action because we learn to really take our calm and peace and bliss as children for granted. We think and see all of these things that adults do as what makes people people, and we convince ourselves out of our peace. We literally take ourselves out of our Garden of Eden, but everyone has to go through this journey because you can't fully love something unless you really value and cherish it. And that's kind of the paradox and catch 22 of the human experience is only when we experience the things we don't want anymore are we usually compelled to come back home. It takes that catalyst, it takes that journey away from source to really want to come back home. So I didn't have any questions today, but I will say this from a meditation session I had this week. Communication isn't just something for others, it's for yourself. When you're experiencing something that's causing internal turmoil and you're acting in a way that you have to hindsight kind of like chew and stew and you regret, or you just feel drained or whatever it is that your expression is, you must understand you're overlooking what the internal feedback is trying to tell you. When the body gets angry, when it has all these different things of sadness, pain, it's literally just the ego. It's the body's protection mechanisms of survival trying to tell us that we're not comfortable, we don't like this. It doesn't mean that we should be consumed by it, though. Your consciousness, you're the rider of the horse that is this body. So remember your true position. Take a breath. Come back to the peace that you already are. And if you're watching, I hope you heard that lesson because everyone does it. It's not just you. So don't beat yourself up. Just come home. That's why we're on this spiritual journey, and that's why we're all here together practicing this sacred art of self knowing. Because when we come to understand who we are and what we are and the source of what we are, we awaken to the knowing that everything is of the same source. So, with that, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Don't forget to smash that like, hit the subscribe, share, and I'll catch you Sunday. Got a lot of stuff coming up in May. Have a great day. Have a great night. I love you so much. And as always, peace.